Welcome back to Manosphere Daily, where we break down the wildest trends in the modern dating world. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the real talk. And don't forget to share this video with your friends, because this conversation needs to be heard.
I interviewed a lot of men that were victims of divorce. And these are men that lost everything in divorce. Wives left, took the kids, took their money. And I found out it was a common pattern. After the second child, a lot of these women stop sleeping with their husbands and get the divorce. Most men live on their wife's terms, not theirs. The people that don't want to get married, oh, I understand it. There's no good reason for a guy to do that in 2024. None. The odds are completely stacked against you. The laws are completely stacked against you. The average marriage, it's not a good experience for most men because they don't get anything out of it. My conclusion is the couples that make it work and figure it out in this mess of an environment, you know they're there because they love each other. Because there's nothing in this society that's keeping people together. Marriage seems to be going away for the middle class and be something for the upper class, and that's it.
For the first time in, a year, 2 years, I'm sitting here crying tears of joy instead of tears of sadness, tears of betrayal, tears of devastation, tears of fear of the unknown, tears of PTSD. I feel so free. Today I feel so free. And I can recognize that over the past couple weeks, as hard as they have been, and as much as I am nowhere near being on the other side of this, I have been able to do what I have wanted to do. I have been able to live my life the way that I want to live my life. I'm not compromising for anyone. I am not putting my own life and my own mental health on the line for another person. I am not practicing any codependency. And I'm just really grateful. I'm just really grateful.
If you're from the UK or you're from the US and you get traditionally married, that government does not see that as a legal marriage. So if anything happens, you don't get anything. You don't have any legal rights as the wife because in the law, you're not the wife. A lot of the mandems are using this to finesse, you know? They're using trad marriage to finesse the girls. I remember I have one auntie and the guy married a whole other woman and he was married to her for 6 years, traditionally married. Oh, because you thought that you had a crowd. You went to invite 1,000 people. After the big show and tell, if anything happens, you're not living with cover. You're not living with shinshin. You are leaving that thing as you came. Traditional marriage is a marriage that's signed with jollof rice and red stew. It's a scam.
Right now, we're in the middle of a digital sexual revolution, right? We're in the middle of hookup culture. And most girls get started in their teens these days, and they're having fun. But as they get older, into their 20s, they start to get more and more depressed. Because at the end of the day, most women do want to settle down. They do want to have children. They do want to have kids and have families. But as they get more and more ran through, they get pumped and dumped more and more often. Now, reality starts to set in, and they realize they can't keep a man. And the psychological damage is deep and long-lasting. Even the simps aren't going for them at this point. It's really messed up. And not only that, you got more and more guys getting their passports and just going overseas, and or getting foreign traditional women who come here. So their options started to dry up very quickly. Unfortunately, the hookup culture is devastating to most women. They don't realize it until it's too late, and they end up dying alone.
Guys, I'm here today to validate the fact that it is so fucking hard to go no contact with your ex. Hardest thing ever. And Nobody tells you that. Or like maybe they do, but like they don't like convey how actually fucking hard it is. And everybody all over the internet these days is like, just go no contact, just go no contact. Oh my God, just go no contact. Yeah, okay, cool. Easier said than done, dude. Especially like you've been with this person for years, right? And like obviously not in every situation. Sometimes it's months, sometimes it's weeks. But like for those of us who have been with that person for years or like decades, to go from literally having your life centered around someone and you guys talk every day, you see each other every day, maybe you live together, your lives are so intertwined, and all of a sudden you are just supposed to like cut contact with that person like they haven't been your literal everything, your partner for however long, and now they're just supposed to be what? A stranger, a person who doesn't exist anymore in your world. And then to make matters worse, they're gonna make it really fucking hard for you, right? Like, and if that person's a narcissist, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They know what to say to reel you back in. They'll try to hover you. They'll try to let you know how much they love you and they miss you and how wonderful you are. And oh my God, it's all their fault. And like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And before you know it, you're roped right back in and you're like, they've changed. No, 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 Susan, I'm telling you, they've changed. And then in a lot of circumstances, maybe you're co-parenting with them and you can't really go fully no contact, right? Or maybe you are initiating a divorce and you can't really go no contact because guess what? You've got to fucking get a divorce with this person. And most of us try to be amicable, right? Like that, I feel like it's better, but it's, you know, it's not always plausible, but like, because you're trying to be amicable, you're still in contact with that person and you're being nice to them and civil to them. And so you're still in contact. And if you go no contact, all of a sudden not amicable anymore. That's for fucking sure. Yeah. So just here to tell you, not easy, very difficult. I know you just got to rip the fucking Band-Aid off, but if you're still trauma bonded, it hurts. Ripping that Band-Aid off is the most painful thing you will ever do. And I just want to validate that today.
How old are you?
23.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because I love life.
So you're not looking for a man now, or no? Why not?
Because I'm just okay. Right now I'm living, I'm only 23. Life is short.
Do you want to settle down one day eventually, or no?
Yeah, probably like before I'm 30, 35.
So 35 is like the sweet spot. Let's get married, let's have kids.
Yeah.
But what do you plan on doing up until then?
Living my life. Traveling, accomplishing goals in life, making money, just building a future for myself and whatever comes with it.
But be honest, you're 35. Do you think that men are going to be going for a woman who's that age, or are they going to be going for the younger girls?
I see it go always. It just depends. Everyone does it. There's people getting married at like 60 and 70 nowadays. Who cares?
Doesn't mean that you want to be married at 60 though.
That doesn't matter. Whatever life brings me. I'm not, you know, some people are too focused on finding love, and I'm not really one of those people.
So today is my birthday. I am officially 36 years old, and in the last year, so many things have happened in my life. And I wanted to take the time today to talk about what those things were and what I've learned. I've learned that I'm a strong ass bitch. That's for sure. You know, if you had asked me after I separated from my husband about 21 months ago, if you had asked me like a week or 2 or 3 or 4 weeks after that happened, if I would ever be okay again, I would have told you point blank, no, I'll never be okay again. The truth is, I'm okay. I'm more than okay, and I'm so much better than I was with him. I learned that I'm lovable, that people love me, people want to be around me, people want to hear what I have to say, people respect me, that a lot of the things that my ex-husband said to me about myself were projections of the way he felt about himself. And it never had anything to do with me. I solo backpacked through Southeast Asia by my damn self last year. That was some cool ass shit. And what I learned there is that I can do things by myself. I don't need a partner. I don't need a man. I learned that I became someone else for someone for a very long time, and that I'm not exactly the person who I thought I was with him. I'm not as introverted as I thought I was. I don't hate people the way I thought I did. I wasn't scared of the world like I thought I was. I learned that I can get in a surfing accident across the world by myself, almost drown, end up with multiple lacerations to my face, and I still don't need a fucking man. I learned that I can fall in love again. I learned that the length of time you know someone for doesn't mean a fucking thing. I had friends that I'd known since I was born who never reached out once after my separation. And then I had friends that I had known for months who were my absolute ride or dies last year. Time doesn't mean a fucking thing. I learned that my separation and my divorce and what I went through with my abusive ex has made me a better person. Unequivocally, it has made me a better person. And yet, I would not wish it on anyone. And I wish to God that I had never gone through it, because it almost killed me. But I have learned that I can be so much happier and healthier on the other side of everything bad that's ever happened to me. That I am the type of person to make the absolute best of every fucked up situation that the universe puts me in. Without a doubt. I am the strongest motherfucker out there. And you know what? I am so fucking proud of myself for that. Because that doesn't come from anywhere but from within.
I decided today would be a fun day to tell you guys about a date that I went on 2 summers ago, with a guy that I met on Facebook dating, which, number one, don't do that. Facebook dating is like the weirdest dating app of all time ever. But anyway, I met this guy on Facebook dating. He was quite a bit younger than me, very hot, of course. And we exchanged numbers and we started FaceTiming. The FaceTimes were good. I thought he was attractive. He looked like his photos, thank God. And we chatted, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 8 times over FaceTime before we decided to meet. So one night I'm out with my cousins in Denver, and he tells me he's out at a club with his friends. It's his birthday. They've got bottle service, blah, blah, blah. So I decide to meet him for the first time, which, like, in hindsight, was not the best environment in which to meet a date off of an app for the first time. Hindsight's 2020. So anyway, I meet this guy at the club. We hang out for a little bit. He's kind of drunk. We end up going home together. He comes over to my house because I'm sober and driving. And the next day he's going to a water park near my house, which that'll just tell you that he was maybe a little bit too young for me. Anyway, he comes over, we get ready for bed, we go to bed, and we hook up. And then at some point after that, I get up and I get like a glass of water or something. So I'm not in my bedroom at that moment.
I walk back into my bedroom and this man is on the phone. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, probably. And he has the phone up to his ear and very clearly is like trying to turn the volume down, but I can very obviously hear that it's a girl on the other line. And he's kind of giving her like one-word answers, but he's like fully on the phone with her. You know, it's not like he like hung up as soon as I walked in the room. He is on a phone call with this woman.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.